Mhm. All right, so another day, filed some taxes and all that from UMA and all that through e-file. So anyway, like I'm talking about a virgin, right? Okay, typically that's one girl who is the appropriate age who you and her have sex somehow. Either premarital, you marry her later, or um, you get legally married first. That's another way to do it. Right? And then you have sex. Right? If you're in a trusting relationship and things like that. And that's generally the two ways you can do it. You can either have premarital sex, which the Bible says you can do that. Right? And if you do that, you can go to her father and ask her hand in marriage. And usually you're supposed to give it, right? Now, some people think that's not in the Bible, but that you just ain't been shown that, right? And that's the point, too. Now, I don't try to seduce anyone, but I tell my story for a reason because I've been having a hard time finding a girlfriend. But it don't mean I don't mean someone who's old enough, has to be a certain age, and that I'm not trying to wait for you to be that age. And that if someone tries to get you to be with me before that you're that age, that's their fault, not yours or mine. That's called entrapment when someone does that. So what entrapment is they know you're too young to be with me legally, so they're trying to make it happen like I'm the one trying to do it when it's really them making you do it with me. I know, which ain't your fault. Which ain't your fault. Now, do I blame them? No, I can't do nothing about it because sex is a physical act, right? And this is just a sexual education course of men who rape people too, right? Why do you think people can do crimes of a sexual nature against each other? Well, they learn they can do that instead of being nice about it or good about it or trying to make you feel good. Right? Now, whether I say I want to do it or not, they can do it and make you come on to me. And I can't do nothing about it. But it's not your fault. I'm not mad with you or them. Or them. They're kind of know they're giving me what I want. You know what I mean? I tell them that, dude, well, you kind of give me what I want. Right? Then you breaking your own law to try and get me to do it. Right? See, if you have a law and you break your own law, trying to get someone who's not doing it to do it, that's on you. That's on you. You're trying to do what's called entrapment or set a snare with something I'm looking for, but you think I'm too old for. Well, that might mean I've been with a bunch of virgins, but I don't know I was with them because of memory loss. I probably tell the girls that too, right? Don't think you're probably the only one either. They might be using a bunch of girls because it has to be a virgin too, I guess, in their mind, right? But what I mean by that is, yeah, I want to remember one virgin, one virgin. I don't even know I was with one virgin, right? And I can't stop these people by myself, right? And even if I remember one virgin, that don't mean they're gonna stop with one virgin either. You know what I mean? Right? I'm trying to create a way out of it if I can, but I can't. I can't. Right? You know, the idea of being with one virgin though has been since the dawn of history, and the first couple were paired together as male and female. But then a hermaphrodite character came along and messed it up for both of them. The woman looked at it different than the man. The man didn't realize it was really both. Right? He was kind of blinded to it and pretended he just ate of a fruit tree. And that's why men today can't understand the real sin in eating. It wasn't with something like them that was male and female. It was with something that was both of them. that could be with both equally. But when it was the man's turn to get from him, her, though it gave him his female side first, right, in another hole on top at that juncture, right, he's trying to introduce him to something he ain't never done before. Dude. This is called anal sex. Well, the way he did it, though, when it was actually his turn, was harder and more painful than the man thought it could have been, right? He didn't like it at all. He realized he was naked, too. And so did Eve, right? When he did, right? He felt shame and remorse and wished he hadn't have did it, but he couldn't take it back in his mind either, because once you do something like that, you've done it forever. Well, see, I don't do anyone who's trying to be with me sexually and supposed to be a certain age anyway, that way anyway. And all the women I know I was with, that they let me remember I was with, maybe that's part of it too, right, were over a certain age, like 18, right? Now, the UCMJ says I can be with a 16-year-old and older if I'm in a foreign country. But it also says if I'm in a state, whatever age of consent is the state or the country I'm in, even if I have to be legally married first, that's not a problem with me to have sex with a woman. But some people play by the rules differently, right? And that's the problem too, right? And some people prefer to break the rules and then do you physical harm called raping you into something, right? Now, this happens with sometimes men who are feeling attracted to the same sex and they become gay, which is okay. That's not the bad part of it. The bad part of it is they're also told they don't have a choice and can't go back to being straight ever either, which a choice, okay, is you telling yourself you don't have a choice as well as knowing you have a choice. Because what do they mean you don't have a choice? If there are male and females in the world, you have a choice. Only if there's not male and female in the world do you not have a choice. And that would only be if they try to get rid of the women or the women try to get rid of the men. But you kind of need each other for the procreation process, right? Now, yes, that which designed us, because we're a design too, right? Might could come through a woman only, but it can't do that and keep the world populated either. It's only one being, right? Now, sometimes when Moses, whatever he was hearing in his head would say to him, let me take of thee and make thee a great nation, right? Well, it can't do that either. It was something evil tempting him to do that, but he knew better, right? Now, sometimes in the stories, he tells you crazy things that don't quite make sense. Like he tells you, if a girl's raped by a man and doesn't cry out, right, she should marry the guy who raped her. I guess, right? I don't know. It's kind of weird, worded real weird, right? But, it also says if a man seduces a girl, right, to lay with her again, that's different, or entices her to lay with him before she's betrothed to another man, right? He can still marry her and go to her father, and if he doesn't refuse, like with the girl at the salon, right? Maybe he refused me as being her true husband, even if we had sex in the bathroom or something. And I respect his right to do so, and only the girl knows if we had sex. He calls me amnesia of it. But I also have to repent of that if he's that set against it, dear Michelle. I don't have a choice. But it don't mean I don't blame you. But now you have a choice. He don't want to give you that if I'm still around. But you might not gonna make it yet. You understand? So you have to be a certain age before I can legally let you live in with me, even if you have a dad who don't want you with me, right? I think the age is 17 in Georgia, right? Might be better to even wait till you're 18 in some cases, but right, I don't know. But like I told you, if you're telling one person one thing, right, and another person another thing about a medication, right, and say he's heard something good about it all his life, why should it suddenly hurt him? If he ain't hurt, it would hurt him anyway. If you tell someone something they're taking is beneficial to them, why shouldn't it be? Why shouldn't it be? That's called trusting you too, right? But the Bible also says, even if you're trying to use something as a weapon against me, and I don't know it's a weapon, you know it's a weapon. I don't. I can say Jesus, like I've been saying about the Wolverine, even if you were to shoot me with a gun and you think it can kill everybody, but I don't. I believe Jesus was pierced through with a spear and 50 cents was shot 5 times with the gun too and survived it, right? And I believe Jesus healed of his injuries there and has scars, right, on his body now. Well, again, if he did all that, he can also heal me through my faith in him and the God that raised him from the dead, right? But quicker, like the Wolverine, if I've seen the Wolverine heal, he can do that too, right? That's just supposed to be, something you're not supposed to be doing anyway. But if you were to do it, right, I would say Jesus could heal me that way, for example. And see, healing has been in the Bible before the Wolverine came around, right? And Jesus is the first one to be healed of a metal spear pierced through his side into his heart to make sure he was dead. Now, you don't have to see that to know that would kill someone. But some people are in such denial of it by now. Don't matter what you said to them. But Isaiah says, no weapon formed against us shall prosper anyway. Zero, none, right? Not even your neutron bombs or nuclear warheads can really permanently kill someone who's following God. Now, if you try to target one person, though, and he believes God can protect him, right, and others don't, and others do, and right, you might cause a problem, right, if you try to kill one person with nuclear or neutron bombs. If someone asks you for one virgin, right, bring him one virgin. Let her be with you. Now, if he's done been with other virgins and they want to come back, he wouldn't have a problem with that, but the new virgin might. So I don't know. But it's not like I can't be monogamous either. The problem with that is I don't know who I was with or not with, except for certain women who weren't virgins. It don't bother me, though, like I said, to be with someone who's not a virgin either. If you have a couple kids. But I can't do nothing about it if I don't even know I was with you at all. Either. All right. Have a good evening.